Let's start here on the right side where we see three different colors of these steps. So on the bottom, we have the light blue, then we have like the medium blue, dark blue. You see the word level. Right now, pretend that nothing to the left exists. The NASM model, which they call the OPT model, which stands for Optimum Performance Training, is divided into three levels. On the bottom, this is our base. Everyone should have a strong base of stabilization, onto which we can build, if we choose, strength. But you see how the strength has to come on top of the stabilization. People that are working just on strength or just on power, but don't have a strong foundation, are going to limit how much strength and power they can produce and also increase their risk of injury. All right, so right now we're saying just strength, okay? And then on top of that, we have the power level. So the power level is the place where we take that strength and now we can combine it with speed. All right, so that's the first thing we need to do. You always need to understand that there are the three levels, what's happening in the three levels, know the number, know the name. The next thing we're going to do is come over to the left side. So this still goes with the same colors, okay? So whenever we're looking at a phase, you want to bring yourself to the right to see what level it's in. But we could have multiple phases per level. So this is why you have to get these words straight. You cannot use the words phase and level interchangeably because then the numbers are going to throw you off. So we only have the three levels, but there are 5 stair steps here, each one representing a different phase. And you'll see why in a second. So stabilization level has just one phase. So they call that stabilization endurance, right? It's like if we're stabilizing. That's it. That's our only option. Now, similarly, if we come all the way up to the top, power, if you're working on power, you're working on power. So those are great because they only have one phase. Strength, though, now think about this. If people are working on strength, they can go in a bunch of different directions. So that's why we have these different kind of tracks where phase 2 is strength endurance. This, and we'll talk about all this in the coming slides here, but this is going to be like, picture like your toning client, right? They just want to get stronger in general. Phase 3 is what we mostly call hypertrophy, but NASM uses these words interchangeably now, hypertrophy or muscular development. So think about this person, just like the phase 2 person, they too want to get stronger, but their goal is going to be big muscles. So there's a difference between those two. So they need to have their own steps. And then max strength, who can lift the most weight, right? Doing 1 rep, maxing out. That's different. Are they going to have big muscles? Yes. But it's a different goal and a whole totally different approach than what's going to happen in hypertrophy. Okay, so that's why we have the 3 kind of subdivisions of level 2. Now, when we put all of these together, you're going to see why it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then power becomes phase 5. So it's going to be your base, and then each one that you're going to progress through as you have these upward kind of goals. So like, for example, nobody's ever going to start in phase 4. If you want to do phase 4, you've got to start in phase 1. You have to build on that in phase 2, and then you can go to 3 and or 4. Okay?
Like and subscribe to receive all of our NASM personal trainer certification review content. If you'd like to learn more about our full NASM CPT prep program with over a 95% pass rate and money back guarantee, head over to thecptacademy.com.